What's up YouTube, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be covering Carnage. Now Carnage is the last outfit you do obtain in this season's battle pass. He is in page 10. He is a Marvel series outfit. He does comes with the Tendrils of Carnage backbling. So without further ado guys, let's get this review started. So Carnage. Now he is a tier basically 100 of this season. Even though you do unlock him second to last, he's still considered the last skin you do unlock, so I'm just gonna call him the tier 100. Now Carnage is the offspring of Venom, which everybody is more familiarized with Venom than Carnage. Now Carnage is the strongest one of his kind, and I mean you could easily tell just by the aggressive look he does have. Now Carnage himself is considered a villain, which is actually very interesting that they actually picked him to actually be our tier 100. In all honesty, I did believe that Eddie Brock would have been a better tier 100 since both of them are similar and both of them do come out in the same movie. So what are my thoughts about him? Now I do believe that Carnage, they did an amazing job actually incorporating him into the game from the movie. He does look very terrifying, he does resemble very nicely to the movie and both the comics. And just, I mean, there's really nothing they could have done better to actually improve the outfit. So what's my final rating for Carnage? I'm gonna have to give Carnage a 7 out of 10. Even though I do love the outfit itself, I do have to consider that he is very hard to combo with. I know there is a lot of backlinks out there that do have the red curse scheme, but it's just a different shade of red. Carnage is more of a crimson red, and I mean, he is cool, but I have to consider that whenever I'm actually rating the outfit. Similar to that, the backlink itself is also very hard to combo with just because of the red aesthetics they both share. So without further ado guys, let's get these combos started. Now for our first combination with Carnage, we're going to be pairing it up with the Rift Rock. Now if everybody knows the whole story behind Venom, they knew that he came from an asteroid, so having Carnage having that similarity to him just made sense and it looks very good. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going the Pluxomarian Florax. Now these harvesting tools themselves does have that crimson red similar to the outfit. They do have for the most part the grape and everything about it purple, but the blade themselves are red and that's all you need. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the target acquired. Now the target acquired fits very well with this skin itself just because of the red highlights it does have on the control itself. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the pixel pivot. Now for the pixel pivot, we're going to be going with the red edit style, obviously just to match the crimson red from Carnage himself. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the red plastic. Now the red plastic itself does have this very cool clay color scheme and it just matches really well. The red aesthetics is not similar but close enough to Carnage to make it look amazing. Then for our next combination with Carnage, we're going to be pairing it up with Malice wings. Now the Malice wings themselves fits really well. The crimson red of the wings themselves and the fire aesthetic just matches really well and very aggressive with Carnage. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the crimson axe. I keep saying crimson with Carnage, it's just because that's the color scheme he is using. The crimson axe itself has a similar color palette, even though the shaft is darker, still goes pretty nicely together. And for the control, we're going to be going with the Soulfall. Now the Soulfall control itself does have these souls leaving the body of Carnage, which looks amazing and terrifying and matches really well. Then for the glider, we're going to be going with the Devil's Wings. Now the Devil's Wings themselves just look amazing. We're going to be going with the illustrated edit style since it does make them a lot brighter and red, which goes perfectly with Carnage. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the World Dominator. Now the World Dominator is a wrap that you did obtain with the new crew pack. Now the World Dominator itself does have this very cool light that does glow up. It is black and red, so it matches really well. Then for our last combination with Carnage, we're going to be pairing him up with the Birdstone backplate. Now for the Birdstone backplate, we're going to be going with the default style or the Garnet just because it matches really well. The all red aesthetics from the diamond itself on your back just goes perfectly with Carnage color scheme. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the Hot Rod Reaper. Now the Hot Rod Reaper itself is just a fireman axe that is very extended. The design of it just looks very aggressive, similar to that of Carnage, and just matches really well. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the zip ribbons. Now the zip ribbons themselves is a very simple but effective control. The black and white aesthetics of it matches really well with the face he does have. And for the glider, we're going to be going with the IO Field Flyer. Now the IO Field Glider itself, you could obtain it right now in the battle pass. The simple design with the chapter 2 glider design just goes really well with Carnage, especially because it does have red and black. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Fright Flame. Now the Fright Flame, the animations it does have looks very cool. It does have a very bright red, which goes perfectly with Carnage. Now for the honorable mention with Carnage, you do want to pair him up with anything that does have red. Anything that does like have this very aggressive style, it's going to look amazing with Carnage. Now for the backling, the Tendrils of Carnage. Now we're going to be pairing up the backling with the Red Knight. Now the reason why I'm using the Red Knight is because the Red Knight is very aggressive. It also has a similar red to that of the backling, and it could have just been a parasite that landed on this knight. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the Sorrow's Reach. Now for the Sorrow's Reach, we're going to be going with the single-handed edit style, which is called the Sorrow Striker. Now with this style, it does have it as a single-hand harvesting tool, which goes perfectly with the knight itself. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the Spectral Essence. Now the knight itself is just a simple knight, so having a Spectral Essence to actually just be simple as well, it was the icing on the cake. Then for the glare, we're going to be going with the Weeping Crow. Now the Weeping Crow, the only reason why I'm using it is because it does have those metallical features that it does look medieval. You do have the wingspans that you are using as a glider, so it just looks very good and matches the chainmail from the Red Knight. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Beacon Trance. Now the reason why I have the Beacon Trance with this combination is because it does have this glow on the wrap itself. It does have that crimson red that the Red Knight does have, so it matches perfectly. Then for our next combination with the Tendrils of Carnage, we're going to be pairing it up with Flight Trap. Now for the most part, Flight Trap matches perfectly with the backling. You do have his face in red on his back and even on the front that does resemble perfectly with the Tendrils of Carnage. Then you do have the vines, and just everything about this combination just merged really well together. Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the Ivy Axe. Now the Ivy Axe itself is just a Flight Trap similar to that of the Flight Trap outfit. You do have that red lotus on top, and everything about it just goes perfectly with this outfit. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the vines. Now the vines themselves matches perfectly with the vines he does have on both hands and feet. And then for the glare, we're going to be going with the Root Wing. Now the reason I'm going with the Root Wing is because it does have all the elements that the Flight Trap does bring to the table. It is plant oriented, it does have similar vines to that of the control and then the backling, so it matches perfectly together really nicely. Then for the wrap, we're going to be going with the Tendrils. Now the Tendrils wrap itself does have vines covering the weapon wrap. It does look very terrifying, but it looks like something that Flight Trap would actually do. Then for our last combination with the Tendrils of Carnage, we're going to be pairing it up with the Corrupted Voyager. Now this does go really well with the whole comic book theory. Now Venom was introduced from outer space, and you know that he's from another planet, so having an astronaut being corrupted and having those red aesthetics similar to that of the Tendrils of Carnage just made perfect sense. And then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the Bolt Main. Now the box Then for the harvesting tool, we're going to be going with the Box Main. Now the Box Main itself is reactive. Each time you do get elimination, it does get into a golden curse scheme, but the base form of it does have that purple and red curse scheme similar to that of the outfit, so it's all you need. Then for the control, we're going to be going with the glitch in the system. Now the astronaut itself is glitched out, so having glitch in the system as a control just makes sense. Then for the glide, we're going to be going with the TIE Whisper. Now the TIE Whisper was obtainable for free if you did participate during the whole Star Wars event. Now the glider itself does have the red and futuristic look of it that an astronaut would actually use. Then for the ride, we're going to be going with the Phantom Flame. Now the Phantom Flame itself does have this very cool flame animation in the purple background, which just matches perfectly with the curse schemes of the Corrupted Voyager. Now for the honorable mention with the Tendrils of Carnage, you do want to pair it up with anything with red. Anything with maybe black or maybe white is going to work, but for the most part you do want to focus on those red curse schemes. Now those were the 3 combinations I did find for Carnage and the 3 combinations I did find for the Tendrils of Carnage. Let me know in the comments below which one's your favorite. And if you guys are new to my channel, subscribe. I post videos of fake cosmetic skins every single day. And if you guys want to support the channel, my code is ENIGMAKIDD, all caps, 2 Ds all together. Each time you guys use my code in either the item shop or the Epic Games Store, I do get a small percentage of it, and it really helps this channel grow. And if you guys have any combo suggestions, leave them in the comments below. And for all my social media and Discord, they'll be in the description. And with that being said, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.